Now there is a concept stare decisis. What is it? So stare decisis is Latin word for to stand by things decided. So stare decisis is also same like precedent only. So the doctrine of precedent in Britain is called the stare decisis. All right. What is it? Again, it means same, to stand by things already decided. What is things like if you have already given a judgment, all right, then I should stick by that rather than again wasting my time, effort, energy, because you have already done research on that. You have already applied your mind, logic, and everything. Whatever decision you have given, I should try to follow that rather than I applying my mind there. All right.
Okay.
So it's also same.
This all will come. This
Yeah.
all will come under interpretation of law, ma'am.
Yeah, under like for your 4th unit, right? These are the important questions that were given from your college.
Okay.
Okay, so these are under unit 4 only you have, so you can accordingly read.
Okay.
So stare decisis is also same like precedent only. Whatever is already decided, you stick by that. Okay, so it means when a rule has been settled law, it is to be followed, although some possible inconvenience may grow from a strict observance of it, or although a satisfactory reason is wanting, or although the principle and the policy of the rule may be questioned. So there sometimes it may be like you may not agree to that given decision completely, but still you need to obey. Like how we saw, right? Supreme Court decisions are binding on High Court whether you follow or not.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? If you are a judge of Karnataka High Court, something has been given by Supreme Court of India, whether you agree to that decision or not, you will have to follow that.
Okay.
Object of stare decisis. Why do we have this concept? The basic reason behind the doctrine of stare decisis is maintenance of consistency and certainty. Certainty, predictability, and stability in law is considered as the main objective of legal system. What is certainty? If we follow the same thing again and again, we know, right, that this is only what is going to happen. Like for all the different law colleges across India, you have semester exam. If you are applying for 5 years law course, you need to appear for 10 different semesters, right? That means what there is a certainty. You know for sure that there will be 10 semesters that you need to appear for, right? And there is also a predictability that after every 6 months you will be having exams, and accordingly you will get marks and be promoted to next semester. There is a predictability. You know that, okay, fine, maybe my exams are coming because it's almost like 5 months now, right? That is predictability. And stability, that means same, right? You know, okay, fine, for the next 5 years, I need to be appearing for 10 semesters. Every 6 months, I will have semester exams. That means what? There is a stability, right? Same, you know the thing basically. So stare decisis also helps in the same way that we know, okay, fine, for this case, this kind of a judgment may come, right? Everyone knows that, like there is uniformity with regard to that.
Yes, ma'am.
Doctrine of stare decisis in India. The doctrine of stare decisis as is understood today appears to not have existed in India during ancient or medieval times, right? So in ancient times, this concept was not there, but it is only after British came to India and they started influencing India's legal system and everything, they brought this concept of binding precedent, right? That whatever is already decided, that is binding. Precedent, concept of precedent came into force. So British rule led to hierarchy of courts as well. That it's not like all the courts are at the same level, but there will be different hierarchy of courts as well. Supreme Court at the top. So accordingly, this principle is applied in India, that you can write and then you can give one conclusion that while statutes and enactments or legislations laid down the general rule to be applied, with regard to this interpretation of final authority is with regard to judiciary only, that they will interpret the provisions accordingly, it will be applied. Why it helps is that once something has been decided, by putting all your effort, logic, reasoning and everything, we should stick by that rather than again and again changing our views, right? Basically, so you can accordingly write a simple conclusion of 2-3 lines. Is this part clear? What is stare decisis?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear, right? Any doubts on this part you can ask,
Yes,
like whatever we discussed till here.
first I'll read and I'll ask you tomorrow, ma'am.
Okay. So are you finding it like something, like are you able to relate to it, or you feel like what is stare decisis? Why is it even there, kind of a thing? You can tell frankly, right? What is it? Are you finding it like that?
Yes, ma'am.
You're finding it difficult, is it?
Somewhat, what functions of law is it fine for me, ma'am, but it's difficult somewhat else.
Okay,
Today's
precedent.
topic.
Precedent.
Yeah, precedent, I can understand, ma'am.
You can understand. So precedent you can understand. What is precedent? It is decision of a court, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Take for example,
Yes,
there is a dispute between you and me. Both of us went to court and court gave an order. Okay, that order is a precedent, right? That order, judgment of the court, we need to follow it. In all the coming days, we need to follow it. That becomes precedent. Precedent you understood, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So precedent and stare decisis is same only, right? Just we have difference in terms of name. In Britain, it is called the stare decisis. In India, it is called this precedent. But it means same thing only. That whatever is already decided, you follow that. Okay, just difference in terms of name.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so there also judicial decisions are binding in India. Same in Britain, also judicial decisions are binding. So decisions of higher courts are binding on lower courts, but lower courts decisions are not binding on higher courts. Right? That is basically same thing only. What is the object of this thing? That we have certainty. Today something is being decided. Tomorrow it should not be completely different. And then next day it's completely different. That should not happen. And that is the reason why we have this concept of precedent or stare decisis. It's the same concept basically. So what about this thing, interpretation of law? Are you finding that also confusing?
No, ma'am, I can understand it.
You can understand. So what is it that you are finding difficult? Stare decisis only, or anything else also is there?
No, this one only, ma'am.
This
Stare
one only.
decisis.
Stare decisis, same. You understood precedent. What is precedent? Judgment of a court which is binding on lower courts. Same thing, same concept, just the name is different. All right, just the name is different. It is called the stare decisis. Okay. So in case of stare decisis, what happens again? To stand by things decided. Already a decision came, so you need to stand by that particular decision. This doctrine of precedent in Britain is called as stare decisis. That means in India we call as precedent. In Britain, this same concept is called as stare decisis. What happens here? Why do we need it? In order to maintain certainty, predictability, and stability. So that if today someone has committed the offense of murder and he is being punished with 10 years of imprisonment, tomorrow I cannot say that this person should get 1 year of imprisonment. Why? Because there should be like it should be somehow similar, right? It should not be completely different, so that there is certainty. We know that, okay, fine, might be this is going to happen, or somewhat close to this is going to happen. So if we are following these already decided things, then it ensures that there is predictability, certainty, and stability. We can guess what is going to happen. Right? Like take for example, when you see previous year question papers, you get an idea, right? That there is going to be 10-mark question, 6-mark questions. You need to answer these many questions and all of that, right? But if every single semester they are changing question paper pattern, what will happen? You will find it difficult, right? When you are going to write exam, you will see, there are some 2-mark questions also. There is 125-mark question also. In that case, it will be very difficult for you, right? So same happens here also, that they should follow same kind of pattern. Like for your university, they are having same pattern for years together. Why? So that students can have some kind of a certainty, predictability. They can feel ki, okay, fine, 10 mark is the highest mark, so I need to prepare everything for 10 marks. That means you can predict what kind of questions will be there in your question paper, right? And accordingly prepare. Same happens here also, that you have an idea what may be the kind of decision that is being given, and accordingly you can, you can predict it basically. So doctrine of stare decisis in India, previously, right, British came to India, right? But previously, before British came, we were not having this concept of stare decisis, right? Whatever is decided today, it's decided tomorrow. Again, they will decide panchayat and everything, right? After British came, what happened is they started with this concept of following previous decisions, right? So after British came in India, we had this concept of precedent. We call it as precedent, they call it as stare decisis. But British only introduced this concept, and they also clarified regarding hierarchy of courts, right? That all the courts are not equal, but there is Supreme Court, which is highest court. Then we have high courts. Then under that we have some civil courts, municipal court, judicial magistrate court, right? So this hierarchy of courts is also given by Britishers only, and they only make this particular doctrine applicable in India, and we call it by the name precedent. Okay. So from this part, right, I will just try to remove some of the unwanted parts, and will try to simplify this one so that you can directly read from here and prepare for your exams. All right, for 10 mark,
Okay, ma'am.
you should have enough of information. So I will give you this document with these 4 questions.